Hi everyone, this is DJ Kidna, aka Kickhopper from the TV Home forums, up with my latest review, the DX DenGasher set from Kamen Rider Den-O. This is Den-O's weapon, the DenGasher, which is a weapon that can become 4 or 5 even different weapons, depending on the combination. The belt I'm wearing, by the way, is the movie Henshin belt that does wing form and gyro form without the buckle, just in case you're wondering. I'm just wearing it because it goes with the belt, it goes with the weapons, and I just wanted to show how the holsters fit. So anyway, they're on the holsters there. There actually is a specific order for the for these things to be on the holsters. On the right side, angling upwards out, you've got the fourth piece, which is the trigger piece on the top, and the first piece, which is the tip on the bottom. And on the other side, 2 and 3. 2 is the secondary grip, and or the barrel of the gun for gun form, and 3 is the axe head. All of them have the part that gets inserted into each other, facing out. The male part of the weapon rather than the female end, as electronic engineers would use for sockets and plugs. Pretty good. Fits really well in the holsters and really well on the belt. So I'll get right into it. This is the main handle with the trigger. It's got the speaker, and that's where you turn it on, and it has one little LED light right there. If you press the trigger without making a legitimate combination, it makes the sound that the weapon would make when they take it out of the holster for the first time, before the weapon is fully formed, which in the show is looped. So it's this sound. So if you want to be show accurate, you'd have to continuously press the trigger, timing it right before you form the weapon. So that's pretty much that. First thing I'll show you is sword form. So the axe head forms the blade part, and then you put the tip in so that both the blue sides are on the same plane. Then you open up these little doors on the axe head, which number 2 piece goes in, and the way the number 2 piece goes in is with the male part and the blue side facing, facing the male part facing towards the tip, and the blue side facing the same direction as the other parts. And that, you just close the doors on the grooves there, and it clicks into place. You have to make sure you push it in so it clicks in. And then from there, you hold in the buttons. That's how you click them in. There's little buttons on the side you hold in where the male part is, and you put in the trigger. Now, the tricky part is you have to make sure that this little notch here is going into this button here, because that, in combination with the buttons on the inside, is what makes sword form work. Otherwise, it'll just do rod form when it's inserted in the axe head like that. So that's 1, and that's 2. And then you just flip this around for the red blade, little pointy shank thing. Then you just press the trigger, and it makes sword flashes. There's 2 different sword flashes, the one that's kind of got that echo in the beginning, which was the first one I did, and the basic sword flash. Basic, echo. So that's sword form, one of the least accurate of the ones considering the size, but as I've said in all my other reviews, the toy swords are never full size, obviously. So flip that around, and moving on to axe form, or rod form, excuse me. Rod form, you take that off, it's going to do the rod form sounds automatically, but in order to complete rod form, take the tip out, put the number 2 piece, the barrel in to the axe head, and then put the tip into the barrel, where the this entire side is blue. You now have the rod form. And those are the two sounds. It also has a little fishing reel bit here, which is, I think, is kind of a very cute but very nice gimmick that they added to it. That's rod form, which also kind of looks like den liner. Moving on to axe form. Let's see, I believe I have to pretty much take it completely apart. Take this out, switch this around, take the axe head out, and attach it to the side, to the inside of the tip part, where it's got the little grooves for the doors, and then put in the trigger. And then that pops out, and you have axe. And those are the two sounds. The chopping sound, which was the last sound you heard, and the other sound, which is kind of like his blocking sound, I guess. Moving on to gun form. Gun form is relatively easy from axe form. Take the trigger out, take the barrel out of the tip part, flip the tip part around. It's still going to be hugged by this part here, and then put the barrel into the axe head with both the blue sides facing out, like so. There's the barrel, and then you just put the trigger into the tip part. Those are the two sounds. Now, the fifth form would be wing form, which is the tomahawk or hand axe and the boomerang. Hand axe is pretty much from gun form. You just take off the rest of it, the bottom part of the gun, and there's hand axe. Boomerang, take that out, flip it around, put it back in. It doesn't have any sound set to it because wing form didn't premiere until much later in the series. All you get is the generic no combo sound. But it's pretty cool that it still has the ability to do that setup. So that's DenGasher in a nutshell. There's no full charge sound or anything like that, but you got what you got. I personally like it. I like the idea of having that a completely versatile weapon that can become 4 to 5 different weapons just by rearranging it. Plus, it's a great cosplay item. So that's my review of the DenGasher. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. If you have any comments or criticisms, please leave them. They're welcome. Flaming, trolling, and spam will be deleted. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.